Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make this cute Easter bunny cake topper. Okay, so to begin with, I took about 36 grams of white modelling paste, which I kneaded till pliable. Then I rolled it into a ball and then into a cone shape. So you can see the cone shape forming here. So you've got the narrow bit at the top where the neck will go. Now I'm getting a bone tool and I'm just coming in at the sides there to create a leg. Hope you can see that there. And then I'm going to do the same on the other side. And then I'm just using my fingers to come in and just to smooth off the indents I've made with the bone tool. And I'm also checking that they're all the same size and even. And I'm just going to pull up so the neck's a little bit thinner as well. Okay, so once I'm happy with the body, I'm going to make the feet from 2 small balls of white modelling paste, probably a bit bigger than a pea. And I'm just going to flatten them into a little teardrop shape there. I work with both at the same time, so I know that I'm getting the same size feet. Okay, now I've just got my knife tool. I'm just going to go in just to make the little toes. So I'm just going to go in twice on each foot, and I'm just going to gently flatten and pull out the middle toe. So you've got a little V shape kind of. You can see a little foot forming there. And then I'm just going to do the same with the other one. Just being mindful to keep comparing them so they're the same size. So now I'm going to make some indents for the pink pads by using the big end of my ball tool in the middle there and the small one on each toe. Okay, so I've got some pink modelling paste. I've got 1 large ball and 3 small for each foot. I'm just using some clear alcohol to stick them into position. And then I'm going to flatten again with the ball tool. So now I'm just going to stick the feet onto the body using some clear alcohol. So now we're going to make the carrot. I've got a small piece of orange modelling paste. I'm just checking for size as I've formed it into a cone shape there. Okay, so now I've got my blade tool. I'm just going to come in and create some grooves in the carrot. You could also use a cocktail stick for this. Just makes it look a bit more like a carrot. Okay, now I'm just going to use my ball tool just to create a little hole at the top of the carrot so we can add the green leaves. Got my small piece of green modelling paste. Just going to form that into a cone shape, which I'm then going to flatten into a little tear shape. Okay, just going to use my scissors to cut that thicker bit in half and then shape them into leaves. Then I'm just going to use some clear alcohol again, just to stick that into position. Okay, so now I'm going to stick the carrot onto the bunny's body. Now I've got 2 balls of white modelling paste again, the same size as what I had for the feet, and I'm just going to form these into some little tubes that are slightly tapered at one end when making the arms now. Again, I'm doing 2 at the same time so I get the same size. Okay, I'm just forming some little wrists using my fingers just to roll it between them. And then flattening the hand part. So I'm just turning the top part of the arms to the direction of what the shoulders would be. So you've got one left and one right arm. And now I'm just using my knife tool just to come in and create some little paws. Hope you can see that there. Just kind of curving it round on top of the paste and then going in at the bottom as well. Just gently building up 3 fingers. So now I'm just going to stick the arms into position using some clear alcohol. So now I'm going to make the head by forming about 25 grams of white modelling paste into a ball shape. Then I'm just using my fingers just to flatten where the eyes will go. And I'm just going to pull up at the top so we get a little bit of a narrower bit at the top there. Just going to check that for size. Then I'm just going to use my ball tool just to create a little indent at the bottom of the head, so you've got something to rest the head on when you put it on the body. And then I'm just going to further shape with my hands and fingers. Okay, so now I've got 2 small balls of white modelling paste, pea size I'd say. And I'm just going to stick them on the bottom there next to each other. I'm going to flatten them with my fingers. And I'm going to create some small little holes with my scribe tool. Now I've just got a small piece of pink modelling paste which I'm forming into a little triangle shape for the nose. Just going to stick that between the 2 balls that we just put in earlier. There we go, that'll just rest in there. I'm going to flatten that with my blade tool a little bit at the top. And I'm just using my thumbs here to create some indents where the eyes will go. So now I'm going to make the eyes, and I've got some black modelling paste which I'm forming into some thin tubes, as you can see here. I'm going to make both of them at the same time, so again we know we've got the same width. Okay, I'm just going to check that for size. And then make sure they're tapered at both ends. So now I'm just going to apply some clear alcohol where I want the eyes to be. And then I'm just going to gently pop the first one into position and then just shape it with my brush. Now I'm going to do the same with the other eye. And then just carefully go around. Just going to use a tool there to help but curve it round and press it down so it sticks a little bit more. Just be careful when you're using black on white because that can bleed onto the white. And then we're just going to gently flick up the end there so we've got a little eyelash. Okay, so I'm just going to add another little eyelash. You don't have to, it's entirely up to you. Just formed a little bit of black modelling paste into a tube and I've cut off the tapered ends. Just going to apply some clear alcohol again and then use my brush to pick up those tiny pieces of black modelling paste. So I use clear alcohol because it evaporates without leaving any marks. And then here you can see I'm just shaping it again with the brush. So now I'm just going to do one last check that the head fits on the body okay. And again I'm just using some clear alcohol in that little indent that we made earlier. I'm going to pop it on. So now for the ears, again I got the balls of white modelling paste about the same size as the arms, and I'm just forming these into a tall triangle shape, making sure they're quite thick. Just going to check for size, and now I'm just going to use my bulbous tool to come in and press a little insert in there. This curves the ears and gives me space to put some pink modelling paste, which I have here. So again, I'm just forming it into a flat triangle shape, and I'm going to stick it into the ears. I'm just going to use my bulbous tool again, just to come in, just to flatten it in there and create that curve. I'm going to shape further with my fingers and then repeat with the second ear. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim the bottom so the pink starts at the same time as the white, and then just curve that around at the bottom there so it looks more like an ear. Just going to use my bulbous tool one more time just to make sure I've got a nice indent, which I can then kind of fold over so it looks more rabbit ear-like. Okay, so now I'm just seeing where they're going to go on the head. I'm just using my bone tool just to come in and just to create a little indent where it will go. This is why I've done it quite thick, so it has something nice to stick to. And again, I'm just using some clear alcohol to stick the ear into position. You will need to hold it for a little bit so it sticks. So now I'm going to make the bow using some deep pink modelling paste. I've got 2 pea-sized balls of modelling paste which I'm now forming into flat triangles and just checking for size. Just going to use my Dresden tool to create a little indent in there, and then when I pinch it with my hands it makes a little bow shape. So I'm just going to stick these into position at the bottom of the ear. And then I'm just going to use a smaller ball of pink modelling paste just to pop in the middle. Just so you know guys, I'll leave a list to all the items that I use in this tutorial in the description. I also added a small ball of white modelling paste at the back for her tail. And then lastly, once my bunny was dry, I added a little bit of pink blush, edible dust, to her cheeks. I use a kitchen towel just to dab off the excess, because you can always put on too much but you can't take it away. So less is more. And I just do both sides there with my dusting brush. So that's your bunny rabbit cake topper made. I really hope that you like this tutorial. Please don't forget to check out my other ones. Please comment, like and subscribe for more, and hit that notification bell. Thanks for watching.